Hello, I'm James Cridland, the Radio Futurologist, and this is Radioland, my international radio trends newsletter for January the 18th, 2026. And this podcast is sponsored by RSS.com, a great podcast host that has a free tier if you are local or niche and you wish to have a podcast of your very own. Well worth a look at RSS.com. Now, with all the talk of closures last time round, let's cover a brand new station. STV Radio went live in Scotland on DAB. Its tagline is "Never the Same Song, All Day Long." It's owned by STV, the television company, and it should therefore benefit from significant promotion on the TV airwaves. I linked in my newsletter to the main studio in a picture from Facebook, which looks larger than any studio I've ever seen. I have a feeling it was the magic of the camera lens. Notable comments on Facebook, though. I tried to get it on my Google Nest, but it didn't recognise you. And good luck, Alexa, not picking it up, though. Station launches are hard these days, aren't they? James Masterton, a long-time supporter of this newsletter, even if he's nothing to do with radio anymore, thank you, James, wrote about a long day's set of interviews about the Christmas number one in the UK. He writes a website called Chartwatch UK, which is worth a peek. My favourite bit is that he appeared via Zoom for BBC Radio 2, in spite of being able to literally see the studio from his hotel room, which is classic BBC. And it reminds me of appearing on BBC Radio 5 Live from a radio conference in 2007 or so. Now, the BBC had blocked off half of the hotel restaurant. They'd set up a full mixing desk with a radio engineer looking after it, which took hours to set up. Stephen Nolan was sent to chair this whole 10-minute panel. And I remember thinking what a lot of work it all was. And then I thought, hang on a minute, this is weird. Because when we finished it, I stood up for the first time, looked across the street, and across the street in Belfast was the headquarters of BBC Ulster. They had done a full, expensive outside broadcast, literally to stop me crossing the road and sitting in a BBC studio. Just really weird. Bless. AM Death Watch Corner, a number of US broadcasters are asking the FCC to make it easier to get their AM stations onto FM. There's a complicated set of requests in a petition that I linked to. David Oxenford has done a good job of summarising them. You'll find that linked from the newsletter. And Desi Radio, an Asian station in Southall in London, closed on 1602 kilohertz on December the 31st. It continues on DAB+ and online. In Germany, classical music station Classic Radio completed its plans for FM switch-off. The station has handed back more than 30 FM frequencies since 2012. It's available nationally now on DAB+ and online. Also, Radio WSW, which is a top 40 radio station, which is probably SW? I don't know. Anyway, that has decided not to renew its FM licence on December the 31st. It's now DAB+ and online only. And the station, doesn't matter whether it's WSW or WSW, because the station is now called Radio Sachsen 1. So there we are. In France, what is the number one radio station by total listeners? It's France Inter, according to a fancy graph from La Lettre Pro and sponsor RCS. All of the top 5 stations went down in weekly reach, though. Skyrock are at number 6, bucking the trend for younger stations everywhere. But it's a good graph and worth a peek from the newsletter version of this. YouTube is used by more people in the UK than BBC television, according to some new analysis. The data measured so-called 3-minute monthly reach. That's people who've used each platform for at least 3 minutes a month. But in a parallel with podcasting figures, people don't use YouTube for long. If you compare a 15-minute monthly reach, BBC television still comfortably beats YouTube by 6 million users. And then, of course, there's the radio and podcasts to add in as well. And I hear that Virgin Radio UK has undergone a reworking and now has, among many changes, has Jeff Lloyd returning to the evening show. For the first time, seemingly, that station has decided to remind people of its glory days in the 1990s with a music policy to match. It should be worth a listen. I'm told that the positioning jingles aren't very good, but I'm told that the music and everything else is excellent. And certainly if you watch the interviews that Chris Evans is doing on his breakfast show, then you will recognise the TFI Friday desk, which is now in the studio, which is a very clever idea. So congratulations to them. Ben Jones, of course, Bouncing Ben Jones on in the afternoon as well. He probably doesn't like being called Bouncing Ben Jones anymore. I should stop. He will be probably at Radio Days Europe, as will I be in Riga in Latvia in mid-March. I will be talking about the future of audio being people-powered. Please come and see me. I'm at the end of the first day. I'm in track 3. So it's well worth coming along, and who knows what I'll be saying for 40 minutes, but we'll find out together. Also, I'm speaking at the podcast show in London in mid-May. I'm keynoting at that event, as well as recording a Pod News weekly review as well. If you want money off, then you can get money off by subscribing to Pod News. Podnews.net is where you go for that, and you will see links to help you save money for that as well. Thank you to Meliora, thank you to Brunn Audio Consulting, and thank you to Admaster for your kind support, plus Greg Strassel, Sam Phelps, Richard Hilton, Emma Gibbs, Jocelyn Abbey, and James Masterton for being regular supporters. If you would like to support my work in any way, you can buy me a coffee, buymeacoffee.com/James Cridland. You can become a member to give regularly, or just give a one-off coffee or 5. You can do that at buymeacoffee.com/James Cridland. I'm on Mastodon or the Fediverse as james@bne.social. That's my pen dropping to the floor. That gave me a shock. And you may find me somewhere else, but frankly, Mastodon is the only thing that I'm really keeping updated now. And my website has more details about who I am and what I do and whether I can help you further. You'll find that at james.cridland.net. And until next time, keep listening.